Hello everybody and welcome to our channel, Movie Vibes. Today we'll talk about the crime comedy film Cruella, starring Emma Stone. Spoilers follow, watch out and take care. The film begins with a woman giving birth to a baby girl named Estella, who is mischief. Her mother refers to her mischief conduct as Cruella. Estella's mother, Catherine, enrolls her in a school where she tries to be friendly with everyone but later gets bullied because of her strange hair and behavior. She becomes rebellious towards the bullies and receives numerous complaints, and the principal calls Estella's mother to expel her from school, but Estella's mother decides to leave the school and relocate to London. Estella's mother claims she wants to meet an old friend before departing for London so she can get help. Catherine gives a necklace to her daughter and says it's a family treasure before seeing her friend at a party and tells Estella to stay in the car until she arrives.
Estella, seriously, stay in the car.
But the mischief continues. Estella enters the party with a dog out of curiosity, while her mother meets her mysterious friend to seek assistance. Estella was caught by security, but the dog distracted them. The 3 Dalmatian dogs in the party follow Estella, who escapes towards her mother, but the dogs run and force her mother off the cliff while her mother is talking with her strange friend. Estella, who is unhappy as a result of her mother's death, believes that she is the primary cause of her mother's death. But her mother's strange friend Baroness alleges to the police commissioner that Estella's mother is threatening her for money, so Estella flees the situation, but loses her necklace and lands on a garbage truck which is going to London, where she meets 2 criminals named Jasper and Horace. Estella grows up alongside her new pals when she joins them. Cut to 10 years later, and she is designing clothes for Horace and Jasper to use when robbing others. Jasper finds the passion of fashion costume designing in Estella. On her birthday, Jasper gives her the present of a job opportunity in the Liberty of London. Estella was hired as a janitor at Liberty of London, a well-known fashion design business owned by a baroness. She tries to show the manager her clothing models, but the manager refuses. Estella becomes irritated, so she plays with the store and changes the front view display costume of the store, which catches the notice of the baroness, who quickly offers Estella a job. Cut to Estella working as the Baroness's fashion costume designer assistant. Estella enters a shop and befriends Artie, who is also a fashion designer. Estella discovers her family heritage necklace with the Baroness one day and inquires as to how she obtained the necklaces. Estella's mother is disrespected by the Baroness. Estella now wishes to steal the Baroness's necklace. During the stealing process, Estella discovers the reality that the Baroness is the one who summoned the dogs on Estella's mother, resulting in her death, and one of the Baroness dogs swallows the necklace. Estella grew desperate to exact vengeance on the Baroness. Estella, in the process of exacting her retribution, loses her character and becomes Cruella later. She enlists the assistance of Anita, a former classmate who is now a journalist. She also considers Artie to be useful and seeks his assistance. She instructs Jasper and Horace to steal the Baroness Dalmatian dogs, so she can remove the necklace. Estella, with the assistance of Artie, develops clothes and appears on fashion shows, introducing herself as Cruella in order to make the Baroness envious. Cruella rose to fame thanks to Anita, while Estella continues to work as an assistant fashion designer at Liberty of London. Horace and Jasper are growing increasingly dissatisfied with Estella's behavior. Estella creates a beaded spring outfit for the Baroness. Cut to Estella ordering Horace and Jasper to breach enter the Liberty of London and inadvertently alerting security. As a result, the Baroness will hide all of her costumes in a locker, making Cruella's job easier. Cut to the Baroness, who is skeptical of Estella's actions. Estella, according to the Baroness, is Cruella. So she directs her security chief, John, to escort Estella to her office. Because the locker became stuck, the Baroness was late for her outfit presentation show. The Baroness orders the locker to be broken and discovers that her iconic springtime costume has been wrecked, as have the other costumes, since the garment discharges hundreds of its wings into the corridors of the design house, causing damage to all the costumes, exactly as Cruella had intended. Baroness discovers the truth that Estella is the one behind all this nonsense. Cut to Cruella outside Liberty of London, exhibiting her outfits to make the Baroness envious. When Cruella comes to her home, she discovers Baroness with her dogs, and security burns the house down and attempts to murder Cruella. When the cops come, Baroness accuses Horace and Jasper of murdering Cruella. Cruella is saved by John, the chief of Baroness security. Cut to few years before John exposes the reality that Cruella was the daughter of Baron and Baroness. She dislikes being pregnant because she misses her husband's fortune. After the birth of Cruella, she orders John to murder her own daughter, but John saves the baby by delivering her to Catherine. Cut to Horace and Jasper being imprisoned, with Cruella breaking into the prison and rescuing them. Cruella apologizes to Horace and Jasper for being harsh to them all along and informs them that Baroness is her biological mother. Cut to Baroness discovering that Cruella is not actually dead and Baroness preparing a charity event in the hopes that Estella will appear. Estella designs and takes measurements of charity show guests before delivering them all the same dress, making all guests look like Cruella. After seeing all of the guests dressed as Cruella, the Baroness is taken aback. Cruella dresses up as the modest Estella for the Baroness' farewell great ball on her home estate. She steals the whistle used by the Baroness to control the dogs. Estella stands at the edge of the cliff, whistling to the dogs who are already familiar with her. Now the Baroness unleashes the dogs on Cruella, but this time the dogs will not attack her. Estella now informs the Baroness that she is her biological mother. Estella is pushed off the cliff by a cunning Baroness who professes to adore her daughter. As part of the scheme, Estella forces every guest to see the Baroness's murder of Estella. Now that Estella's part of the scheme, she already wears a parachute and saves herself, and everyone in the party witnesses her death, which leads to the Baroness's being imprisoned. Estella has inherited her father the Baron's money, faked her own death, and given the estate to her loyal companion Cruella in the end.